everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Camp Confidence Season 6.
It's a new season. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being back here with us. This is going to be exciting because iba na ang ating setup. So before, medyo naubusan na kami ng topics to share and also stories to share. Dalawa lang kami ni Rizza. But this season, we've decided na we are gonna bring our friends on board.
Oh my gosh, super excited na talaga itong season na to, madam.
Yes. And ang first guest natin, ang first guest natin ay iconic, can I just say? But gusto ko kasi, madam, di ba pinag-usapan natin, he'll introduce himself, pero before that, bigyan natin ng background yung listeners natin. How did you first come across Aaron Maniego?
Ooh, ako, actually, I've been on TikTok and I love her content. Super duper. Tawang-tawa ako sa kanya, I swear. And I recently came across her YouTube and oh my gosh. Ang saya, ang dami kong natututunan and natatawa at the same time. So it's super entertaining.
I love it. Ako yung first video ko from Aaron. Alam mo ba? Hindi ko alam, Aaron, kung alam mo to, pero there was a time na hindi ka pa si Bortang Barbie. There was a time na you were uploading random videos every single day na sobrang dami. And what I learned was that in order to grow on TikTok, you had to upload as many videos as possible. Tapos sabi mo parang, any topic, blah, blah, blah. Yun yung first kong interaction with him. Yun yung una kong nakitang video. And then after nun, lumabas na sa akin yung mga funny videos, yung personality. So that's where I came to love this icon that is Aaron Maniego. So let's welcome to the show! Hello, Aaron!
Lumaki ulo ko dahil sa inyo! How are you guys?
We're good. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. So we are live here in the mountainside of Antipolo City.
Love it.
Diyan ka ba talaga based?
Ay, hindi. Usually I'm from Cainta, pero since nag-surge lahat ng cases dito, my mom and I decided, ay sige, dito muna kami kasi palibhasa, hindi naman pwede lumabas din, di ba? So staying safe, while breathing the fresh air, diba?
The fresh air, for sure. Ito yung namin. So, we didn't introduce you, do the whole credentials thing kasi we wanted you to do it. So, Aaron, eto if you were to introduce yourself to a group of strangers who have never heard of you, how would you do it? And please feel free to introduce yourself right now.
Okay, so to a group of strangers. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Ako po si Aaron. Oh my God, I'm so shy. Oh my God, I'm shy. I'm an introvert. I am not a Gemini. I'm not shy. If I were to introduce myself, this would be it. Good morning. Kanina ba ako good morning eh? Grabe. Maraming energy. My name is Aaron Maniego. I'm 23 years old, coming from the mountainside of Antipolo and Cainta City. Yes! Tapos, what I bring to the table is high energy, high proprietorship. Charot! Kasi ko na naman business. Ano pa ba? Hi. Charot. Ano pa ba? R18 ba? PG friendly ba kayo dito?
Kebs lang.
Okay lang.
What do you do?
I am I recently became a full-time content creator, mga chong.
Wow.
Grabe. Kasi very na-inspire ako dito kay Madam Ayin. I had a bit of a conversation with her na parang, oh my God, should I pursue this full-time? And she was like, go for it. So as of the moment, I have a manager, I've been having projects, and it's going full-on scale. Ano pa ba? What else do I do? I'm a business owner as well, so very similar tayong tatlo. I own a clothing brand called Universa that aims to manifest your dreams. Ano ba ba? I'm a stay-at-home mom. Shut up! And other than that, I just live day by day enjoying life and earning money.
Oh, I love it. Gustong-gusto namin yan dito. Pero Aaron, how did you get into content creation? Parang paano mo naisip na, wait, I wanna do this full-time?
Well, actually, Ayun perfectly stated it when I started posting TikToks like randomly. My friend was like, I started TikTok after graduation of 2020. I graduated from UP Manila, and then I didn't know what I wanted to do kasi pandemya, mga chong. I was the first batch to graduate in the middle of a pandemic, so I was like, oh fudge, what am I supposed to do? My initial path was events management, di ba? Corporate. Pero hindi ko na alam kung nagagawin ko. So, nireto ng friend ko, sige, pwede ka naman mag-TikTok for pastime. Tapos biglang na-addict ako, mga chong. Kaya I started posting 10 of 15 of videos every day. Kasi yung mga advice na mga kineme was to find your niche. Parang find your character, diba? I didn't know who my character was at the time. Kaya ayun nga, I kept on posting and posting until I became the pambansang Bortang Barbie ng Pilipinas. Yes. I found my niche. I found who I was, and then thank God people liked it, and then it became my career.
Can you explain Bortang Barbie?
So it first came along with there was a comment on one of my TikTok videos. It was, ay, Barbie pala. Tapos biglang, it was my first viral video. Tapos tinanong ko, ano problema mo sa Barbie? Sa Barbie! And after that, it's because of the duplicity or the duality of being both masculine and feminine. That's always been with me ever since I was a little boy. And it was just a heightened sense of self na tipong, kaya ko maging Borta, kaya ko maging Barbie. And that is also my advocacy. Oh my God, advocacy! Tarot. Na tipong, gusto ko parang you can express yourself who you really are, be it masculine or feminine. Because we live in this world one time, mga chong. Live in it in your authentic self, di ba?
I love that.
Yeah. Amen.
Sobrang perfect talaga for our topic for today kasi we wanted to talk about, taking charge of your identity, and given your story of, coming to terms with, well, sabi mo nga, 'di ba, ever since ganun ka na talaga. And being able to express that on TikTok, being able to show everyone that it's so possible to be everything you want to be and more. So, we want to know naman, like, because you seem very confident in your identity and who you are, how did that confidence come about?
The confidence, it was actually a really long journey, and it came with lots of ups and downs because I came from a Catholic all-boys school from Ateneo de Manila University, mga chong. Dito sa Ateneo, mga chong, medyo outdated or hindi updated, wala pa iOS 15, yung mga belief system. Kaya, yung growing up, I was very bullied. Not just because I was gay or because acting feminine, but I was bullied because I was fat, I was ridden with acne. So basically, triple whammy na nga, bakla na nga, pangit na nga, tapos mataba pa, di ba? So, growing up, I had to have very thick skin, but I can't escape the fact that I was a hypersensitive person. So, iyak ako ng iyak parati kapag sinasabihin ng ganun. But thank God, I have a supportive family who loves me regardless of who I was, what I looked like. And that really helped me in order to find myself. So, after being repressed throughout my sexuality in grade school to high school, it was in college that I was like, okay, UP na. Naging UP na ako, mga chong, baron na. I can be able to be whoever I wanted. Nung first year of college, sobrang hyper, from being a repressed little child, naging hyper feminine naman ako, mga chong. Kung makita niyo sila, mga vice ganda levels, so nagme-makeup araw-araw, nagko-cross-dress. Ganun ako, because I wanted to take back the opportunity or lifestyle that was repressed from me. So from being okay lang ba to? Sobrang nagkakwento ako kasi medyo
we want you to kwento. Yes.
Okay.
You live for that.
Okay, I love it. Kasi minsan naiisip ko, oh my God, ang daldal ko. Okay lang naman.
Oh naman, more than okay.
Perfect, mga song. I belong here pala. Okay.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
So, So the story, from being hyper feminine, that was my first year to second year of high school. I was expressing whoever I wanted to be, like tipong Barbie level talaga. And I loved every single waking moment of it. Come second year to third year of college, mga chong, because I studied in UP Manila, the second rate version of UP Diliman. Charot! Pero
Wag naman!
Ah, pero kami yung naunang UP, 'di ba? Pero so in order to survive in UP Manila kasi you need to live in a condo. So when I started living in a condo, alam mo na living independently pero living with um it was at that age na na-realize ko na parang I wanted companionship and whatever. So I started downloading dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, Grindr. Dito sa Pilipinas, mga chong, being a feminine gay is more on a character na tipong you're only accepted if you're a comic relief or the gay best friend. Diba? Alam na nito, mga chong, diba? Na kapag bakla ka na feminine, you're not seen as sexual or romantic na tipong background character ka lang. It was extra hard because in Manila, mga chong, it's like the New York of the Philippines. Like, it's very, the Bronx of the Philippines, mga chong, is very real. Makikita mo talaga ito taong mundo. So, I was berated, I was bullied by my fellow gay men in these dating apps na sinasabi I was too feminine, I was too ugly, I was too ano. There was this one comment, naalala ko, Phil Am to eh. Tapos sinabi niya, magpakamatay na raw ako kasi sobrang feminine ko, kasi sobrang pangit ko, sobrang taba ko. And that struck to my heart kasi parang all I wanted was companionship and like, like some love and affection. Pero I was met with this. So I tried changing the way I acted. So from being hyper feminine, naging hyper masculine naman ako. Yung tipong gym bro, na pa-masculine, maskulado na, uy pare, what's up? And at first, it was in order to cope or in order to adapt to my environment. So when I started acting more masculine pala, and I started growing out my beard, I started working out, doon yung biglang tumitingin sa akin mga lalaki, saka pa lang, diba? It was a way of hiding myself in a way, being masculine again. Pero throughout time, I started loving it as well, being accepting my masculine side. So at first, it was in order to seek validation from other men. Pero as time progressed, I started working out to take care of myself. I liked acting masculine. So as time progressed throughout college, na-realize ko na okay ako being both masculine and feminine. It was a lot of ups and downs lang talaga na repressed from high school na pagiging feminine pero biglang naging masculine ulit. So it's my advice as well. Naging advice na rin. My advice for people who are struggling to find themselves is explore mo lang. Because that's how I found myself, how I became more confident with myself, how comfortable with myself, to explore your masculinity and femininity. And that applies for both boys and girls because it's not applicable to just gender. All of us can be masculine, all of us can be feminine, diba? So, that's my story.
Oh, I love that. Super. Tsaka totoo, I have to agree with you, Aaron, na talaga, ang hirap minsan hanapin yung sarili mo, yung identity mo, especially for going through a lot of things. But knowing what you know now, Aaron, ano yung tatlong pieces of advice that you wish your younger self knew back then?
My God. Number one is to do not dim your light for the sake of other people. That's my number one.
Yes.
Throughout college, mga chong, maraming tao na nagsasabi na masyado akong bida-bida, masyado akong pasikat, masyado akong look at me right now. That's my freaking career, bro. So that's my number one advice. Never dim your light for the sake of, because other people are blinded by it. You shine. You be you. Diba? You become your authentic self. Don't care about what other people think because sino sila in 5 years time, diba? My number one tip. Number two, yun nga, as I said earlier, explore your expression. Explore who you really are. There's no harm in trying to be adventurous with who you really like, what you really want to do. This applies career-wise, sexuality-wise, romantic-wise, parang you may think to yourself that you know everything, pero that's not the case. You will learn consistently until the day you die. Diba? Preach, Fox! Printer! Ano ba ba? Number 3 advice is to take care of yourself holistically. I only started this, I was inspired by Miss Eileen din with the self-care, kineme-kineme, of journaling, meditation. Recommend to you that applies for every single age. So start early, and do it every single day. Journal, meditate, work out, take care of yourself. Because when you're more kung mas kampante ka pa sa sarili mo because you know that you've laid out the fundamentals of who you really are, then you can become more confident when it comes to being more adventurous and exploring new things and failing and doing every single thing life has to offer. Basta you take care of yourself. Diba?
Mic drop, mic drop.
Yes.
Well, honestly, Aaron, I can totally relate to that. And I needed to hear that too. Yung advice na you would give to your younger self. One thing na I think I've been struggling with lately is yung bida-bida issue, like trying to dim your light because you seem like this, you seem like that to other people. Just to, I guess, to also share, recently, I actually stopped using Twitter again. Kasi somebody said about me, they tagged me also na parang, Ayin always inserts herself in everything. Pabida, papansin, ganyan. Tapos napaisip ako, ganun ba talaga ako? Tapos wala lang, hearing you say that, na oo nga naman. Like, why is it such a bad thing to own your story, to own your narrative, to tell your story? Kasi who else is going to do that?
Yes. Totoo,
Ikaw, Madam Rizza, saan ka nakarelate sa tips ni Aaron?
Ako naman, you know me, I'm such a workaholic. Because, for context, Aaron, I have so much things I'm doing right now. Tapos, I'm a recovering workaholic. So, ang pinaka-takeaway ko dito definitely is to holistically take care of yourself. Na parang, ako, medyo ganun din yung content ko. It's about self-care, productivity, but sometimes, yung sarili kong advice hindi ko nagagawa na I really overwork myself. I work up until 2 a.m. Alam mo yun? Tapos parang gigising ako in the morning, 7 a.m. para matik ko yung to-do list ko na I have to work out, ganyan. But I didn't have enough sleep. So, it's a recurring lesson na kailangan kong i-echo and i-echo sa utak ko na, hey Riz, you have to rest. Remember to rest and take care of yourself holistically. So, I love it.
Yes.
We have a lot of listeners who are struggling with taking charge of their identity. Either, for example, merong mga dreamers na hindi nila ma-pursue yung dream nila kasi breadwinner sila or ayaw ng magulang nila doon. Or for example, people who are still in the closet, who are maybe confused. There are also people who are creatives pero are scared na to pursue content creation as a path for them. Ano sa tingin mo yung maybe there's an advice na you received from somebody that helped you to just go for it right now? Like, kasi right now, parang you're charging into your dreams full-time, fully. Parang wala akong ewan ko, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but parang wala akong nasa-sense sa'yo na second-guessing where you're supposed to be. So, ano yung nakuha mong advice or anything na nakatulong sa'yo?
Nako, you're correct there, Madam Ayin, na tipong, kasi the thing is, people keep on giving me advice. So parang you need to have a second option, blah, 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 blah. Pero I think to myself, this is what I really want to do in life. So this is my only option. Parang, the number one advice I got related to that is from Rob Dial, na nagpa-podcast din, from Mindset Mentor. Sinabi niya that the only person who is limiting you is you. So, mga chong, we have to have that mindset that the only thing stopping us from doing that certain thing is ourselves mismo, because we think to ourselves that we're not good enough for it, or when in fact we can just simply take out a phone, record ourselves, and then post it. We can just simply talk to the person, parang, hi, what's up? Ganon. And you're just simply taking charge. the thing that's stopping us is fear. We need to have a certain relationship with fear. We can't necessarily escape our fears because that's inescapable, diba? It's like running away from your shadow, but it's more on playing with your fears, thinking of it as rather kumare, an example is whenever I go up on stage and when you're feeling or when you're feeling nervous, you change your mindset and think of it as feeling excited because you feel the same
Yeah.
adrenaline, diba? So rather than saying, "Oh my God, I'm so nervous," think to yourself, "I'm so excited," because you're feeling the same emotion as excitement. Your heart is excited. You're short of breath. So it's a mindset shift that's active. So coming back to what Ate Riza said na ano it's a daily choice to make na to take care of yourself. It's a daily choice to be more adventurous. It's a daily choice to take your life in your own hands. It's not a tipong thing na day-to-day kailangan na ganun. There will be days that you will have bad days. Pero you have to think to yourself that I am in control of my own life. What I think I become, what I feel I attract, what I imagine I create. My reality is my own. Diba? Law of
Yes.
attraction.
Grabe. I feel
I
like we
love
read
that.
the same books. We
I
listen to the same
know.
people.
Totoo. Tsaka bakit nga ba ganun, no? We always self-sabotage. Na parang, we're very self-critical na parang, oh my gosh, sasabihin ba natin to sa friends natin? Pero bakit natin sinasabi sa sarili natin? We have to stop that.
Yeah.
Yung advice, actually, yun din, tama din. That's another piece of advice. Treat yourself the way you want your most important person to be treated. You wouldn't want your best friend to be said na parang, ay, hindi mo yung kaya gawin. Ay, you're too ugly for that. You're too imperfect for that, diba? You want your best friend to get the best things in life. So think about that. Think about that to yourself then.
I love that. Naalala ko yung I was listening to an audiobook earlier. Big Magic. I was listening to Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. If you guys are familiar with it. Siya yung author ng Eat, Pray, Love. Bible of the Self-Care Girls.
Yeah. Happiness Project.
Ay, alam nyo yan. Anyway, sabi niya kasi is to parang art and creativity bilang, we're creators, ganyan. It's not something that needs to hurt. It's not something that's supposed to torture you. Because a lot of people seem to think na in order to be a successful artist, you need to be tormented. You need to work so hard na you are struggling, na you're working yourself to the bone. But it just felt so validating what I heard earlier na when she said, oo nga, you need to be enjoying what you do. You need to take, you need to be energized by what you do. And that's what I see in both of you actually. Like when I look at Madam Rizza's videos, she does it because she wants to do it. And you naman, just ko, your TikTok videos
I love
are
it.
so fun and so entertaining. But also at the same time, there's such a unique part of it na I know I wouldn't see from any other creator. And I told you this, remember when we had this conversation? Sabi ko, i-own mo na yan. Nag-iisa ka lang naman na Aaron Maniego. So, hopefully, when our listeners listen to this, you also understand na your identity is something that you craft over time through your own experiences, your stories. And where you go from here depends on you. So I hope you choose to advocate for yourself like you would advocate for your best friend.
Yes.
Ang dami kong lessons ng mga song, grabe. I feel so self-actualized.
Sige, mag-ano tayo. One round of takeaways before we end this episode. Let's do one round of takeaways. Moving forward, maybe from this conversation, what you want to remember the most. Let's start with Aaron.
Okay. My number one takeaway is with Ate Rizza na it's a choice every day. I have this quote then na sinasabi ko sa whenever I'm struggling with depression or whatever, pinipili kong mabuhay araw-araw. So pinipili kong maging masaya araw-araw, pinipili kong maging mas kampante sa sarili ko araw-araw. So it's a daily choice. It's a daily effort, 'di ba? And it's something that we will always have to work on throughout the rest of our lives. There's no such thing as, the moment na magiging 24/7 happy ka is the moment you die or the moment you're like Buddha or something, diba? We are all
Yeah.
human in this world. We all have struggles. So it's a daily choice talaga. And that's what I hope our listeners as well will remember. Na tipong, there will be bad days. There will be bad days. It's just that you have to remember that with every storm there comes clear skies. With every night there comes day, diba? There's always something good in this life, and there's something to look forward to.
He a
I
poet or
love
something.
that. I love that so much. I love
Madam
that.
Rizza, ikaw naman.
Ako naman, if there's anything I'd like our listeners to take away from this episode is that, yun nga, sabi ni Aaron kanina, you really have to own your fears. You have to work around your fears. Kasi ang takot talaga, it will always be there. Parang on your first job interview, sobrang nakakatakot yan. On your first TikTok video, it will be super duper scary. On your first business, it will be super duper scary. Pero ang mas nakakatakot will forever be the regret kung nag-give in ka sa fear mo. Meron ngang quote that says, fear is boring. Kasi, fear is just an emotion, and alam naman natin na we are not our emotion. So, whenever you feel fear, it's also a great tip, Aaron mentioned, na nakakatakot pero a mindset
Mindset?
shift. Because sometimes, our mind does that. Does that too. A mindset shift is from nakakatakot or nakakakaba to nakaka-excite. Kasi nga,
Pwede rin namang mindset. I don't mind. Like,
yeah,
maybe
because
that's
sometimes our head does that too.
maybe that's what we can call it, when you go from I'm so scared to I'm excited. You call it mindset.
Mindset. Take away yan, charot. So, ayun nga, do things even if it scares you. Do things even if nakakatakot, nakakakaba, huwag mong isipin yung iba. Or kung minsan, kung negative yung self-talk mo, huwag mo ring pakinggan yung sarili mo. Kasi, yun nga, regret will haunt you for the rest of your life kung hindi mo siya ginawa. Kasi what if mag-work? What if mag-fly? What if you can do content creation for a living full-time? Diba? So, gawin nyo na yan. Upload na.
What if nag-work? What if nag-fly? At least you tried, diba?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Totoo. Oh.
Hi.
Ako ang takeaway ko from Aaron, yung don't dull your shine. Tama ba? Don't dim your light.
Yes.
Don't dim your light
Don't-
because it blinds others.
Yun. Don't dim your light. Kasi, parang dumating ako sa point ng career ko na I'm scared it might be getting too much. I'm becoming too much. Because before, I had so much to prove. Maybe you can relate to this, mga glow up natin. We had a lot to prove. We wanted to be more because we were being put down. Pero right now, I'm at a phase in my life, yung season ng buhay natin, na finally, we are getting our shit together, kind of. We're kind of getting our shit together. Now, dumating ako sa point na I'm kind of scared to be more than this because it might come off as too much. It might come off as too, too self-centered, blinding, whatever. But na-realize ko through this conversation na at the end of the day, I am still me. My values are the same. My dreams are still valid even if I am in a much better place. And okay, fine, Aaron. I will not dim my light dahil sinabi mo today. Ilalaban natin to. Itutuloy natin.
Isabella?
Ay, nako, speaking of Isabella, can I just share? Yun yung perfect example of me dimming my light. Because I was scared na I was getting the most attention and I felt like I shouldn't be. So I took down the videos. Tapos parang sobrang, I was so sad and I was so affected over it. Tapos parang I went to my therapist and she told me, like technically, you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't say anything wrong. Your intentions were correct. Your intentions were in the right place. So why were you hiding? And I was like, okay. And then I took notes. Sabi ko, therapist told me to put back the video. So I put it back and yun. Actually, si Aaron din nagsabi sa akin nun. Sabi ko, uy, inaano ko din for the video about Luisa kasi meron siyang TikTok about Luisa. And I was like, how are you dealing with the comments? Tapos sabi niya, wala naman akong ginawang masama. They just, misconstrued my intentions. And besides, people are defending me naman. They know. The people who know and understand who I am, they understand my intentions. So, okay na yun. Tapos parang, na-comfort ako dun sa idea na yun na, oo nga naman, we can't please everybody, but we owe it to ourselves to shine the way we are intended to.
Yeah. Tsaka as we always say here, di ba? Kebs to the world. As long as wala kang tinatapahang iba, you have the greatest intentions. And kebs.
Hi. This felt like therapy. Thank you so much,
I love
Aaron.
it. Thanks, guys.
But anyway, so before we say goodbye to our listeners, syempre, do you have anything you want to share, plug, and promote para mahanap ka nila if they want more of Aaron Maniego, Bortang Barbie?
Yes.
If you want more of the pambansang Bortang Barbie, mga chong, you can find me on TikTok and Instagram at Maniego Go Go. You can also find me on YouTube at Aaron Maniego, where I post almost daily vlogs na about self-care, self-advice, and just lifestyle. So kung gusto niyo makita kung ano ba nakikita ginagawa ko sa buhay ko, ayun. Subscribe to my YouTube channel!
Yung business mo pa.
Yeah, your business pa.
So, meron din po ako clothing brand, Universa Design. It's at uni.versadesign on TikTok and Instagram. And kung gusto niyo ng awesome designs, comfortable t-shirts, at isupport yung Bortang Barbie ninyo, follow na kayo doon. So,
Maniego Go Go!
Go, go, go!